Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Vitali over at OG Gamers Live, OG Gamers World, and we're back. And I thought we would take a quick look at Gigabytes offerings covering the RTX 5070, 5070 Ti, 5080, 5090, and AMD's 9070 XT and the 9070 itself. So let's get started, shall we?
So starting off with the Gigabyte GeForce RTX 5070 Eagle OC SFF 12G. That's got a lot of letters, a lot of numbers, but it is a nice compact card. I actually like this design, and by the SFF, it is certified for small form factor sizes, so I very much appreciate that. Doesn't look like it has any super flashy RGB. Maybe up here, is it a little RGB? Yeah, so yeah. A nice compact little design, no frills. It's just simple. If you come down here, you've got the GeForce RTX 5070 Eagle OC Ice SFF 12G. So the Ice obviously connotates that it is a white GPU, and that makes it different than the Aero, because previously Gigabyte had the Aero line that has the white chassis, but now this Ice one. And you also notice that Gigabyte also has the Ice moniker for white designs coming over from their motherboards. I actually really like this design and the size of it. Once again, denoting the SFF4 meant for smaller systems. I like that. Coming down one more stop, we've got the GeForce RTX 5070 Gaming OC. This one is a little bigger. It's got a little bit more cooling capacity. Not only that, it's got a little more RGB to it. I'm actually going to show you if you slide this nice little lever right here, there's some RGB for you. Yeah, but hey, you know what? Maybe you don't want RGB. You just slide it, and then it's back. Boom. No RGB. So moving on down a little further, we got the Aorus GeForce RTX 5070 Master 12G. Now this is a bigger shroud. It actually has a little bit more of a design accent for the Aorus line. It is also very square. These lines right here, if you can see, very squared off. It actually makes me think it might fit in a small form factor pretty well, actually. And a little bit of a glare, a little bit of a gloss on this side. I like it. I like it. Moving down, well, guess what? Gigabyte still has the Aero line, even though now they've introduced the Ice line. This is the GeForce RTX 5080 Aero OC SFF 16 gigabyte. So obviously the SFF denotes that it is rated for small form factor systems, which I like. And the Aero design is a little bit different than the Ice design. It's got a little bit more of a metallic kind of accents compared to the all white on the Ice line. It is very classic. I can't tell quite under this light, but the white actually looks a little bit different than past Aero designs. So I'm kind of curious to see that. Hopefully do a build it in the future. Moving on down, we have the GeForce RTX 5080 WindForce SFF 16 gigabyte. I will say that they've got a lot of SFF GPUs here, and I really appreciate that. This seems to be very compact for a 5080. I think a lot of us were worried that the new Blackwell cards were also going to come with the necessity of bigger cooling capacity, but this is about the same as it was for the 40 series, so I appreciate that. This one is the design idea is once again nice and simple. Not going too hard with anything. Let's move over here. We're getting to some of the bigger boys in the lineup. This is the Aorus GeForce RTX 5080 Master 16 gigabyte. And this is truly a large card. I can't pick it up, so I don't know how heavy it is, but you know, it looks like it's got a lot of metal in there. Heavy metal. This Aorus,
I just want to mention right here, if you can hear me
also,
over.
I see what looks like a little screen.
The clip audio.
Possibly.
Nvidia's Founders Edition card
powered on,
for the
but
5090
kind
is
of like that.
substantially smaller than
I should also point out
cards.
that this card and many others have the new Hawk fan
Nvidia
design.
RTX
like
5090 Founders Edition card
very
is actually
pretty,
smaller,
but very boxy,
than
very boxed in.
the 3090 Ti.
All right. Moving on down,
the
we actually have
3090
two
Ti Founders
versions
Edition and the
of the
4090
GeForce RTX Gaming OC.
a few millimeters apart in
This
size,
one
and they're
is
3-slot
the
cards,
5080.
and Nvidia's
This one is the 5090.
5090
from outward
itself is a
appearances,
2-slot card.
actually doesn't look too different. Meaning that, hey, you know what, 5080s and 5090s can be similar sizes. I like it. Once again, you want some RGB, you just slide it down. You don't want RGB, you don't slide it down. The actual rings inside the fan shrouds here, you can see are RGB. They're not lit up because obviously they're not powered on, but you got some nice RGB accents here. And once again, it's just, these are the same GPUs. This one's 5080, this one's 5090. We're getting to the end of the Nvidia GPUs here, but this once again is the Aorus GeForce RTX Master, but this one is the 5090. It has the same size shroud just by looking at it real quick as the 5080. So once again, it looks like it's using the same design. I kind of like this design
extremely
language.
cold here this morning.
Is nice. And then on the back here, for all you liquid cooling nerds, we've got the water block version of the 5090. This is the Aorus GeForce RTX 5090 Extreme Water Force WB. It's got a nice Extreme series connotation right here. Nice little gold kind of accents going around. I'll show you the backside. Nice and slim. Very cool. But if you don't want to do your own custom loop, maybe you want to buy a card with a built-in loop, this is the Aorus GeForce RTX 5090 Extreme Water Force. Look at that. Look at that. That is pretty. Looking at the actual GPU section, it looks like there might be some sort of design here. I don't think this is actually any sort of characters. This might just be a visual flair, you know, like a little hint at something. And right here, this does say Aorus Design Lab. Okay, so the Aorus Design Lab down here. We've got the eagle, of course. We've got the Aorus right here. And then attached to it is the 360mm AIO. I believe these are RGB fans, which are nice. And that is a pretty card. On the left here is the Gigabyte Radeon RX 9070 Gaming OC. And just like the Nvidia counterparts, hey, you want a little bit of RGB? Oh, there you go. You got some RGB. Slide it back, and it's more chill design language. Also, oh look, we've got two 8-pin power here. AMD has not decided to jump on the 12-volt high power bandwagon quite yet. Looking at the back, is a nicely designed card. But let's go over to the Aorus Radeon RX 97 XT Elite. This is the big dog right now that we know of from AMD, and this is a very different design language from the Nvidia Aorus designs here. We've got this little piece sticking out here. It's not boxy. It kind of sucks in, really accentuating the fans. That is very interesting. Also, 3 8-pin power. Once again, foregoing the 12-volt high power revolution that Nvidia is trying to force on everybody, but saying no, we're not going to do that. On the back here, you've got the nice AMD Radeon branding. I like this. This honestly might be, other than the ice, this might be my favorite design of these GPUs.
Okay, there you have it. That's Gigabyte's new lineup for the AMD 9070 and the 9070 XT. And their NVIDIA 50 series cards, the 5070, 5080, 5090. Don't forget to click that like, that follow, that share. Every little bit helps, and we appreciate it. Till next time, this is Vitaly over at OG Gamers Live, OG Gamers World, and we're out of here.